Next, let's get some sleaze. Presented by McDonald's. Best part about working at McDonald's is the people.
Another disgusting Sean Diddy Combs story. Did you know that he used to use a scale to make sure women at his freak-off parties didn't weigh over 140 pounds? This one party planner now, Barnes, is speaking out, quote, "We would do a weigh-in if necessary."
140 was his cutoff.
The girls had to be young and hot, quote, "so I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure the number was 140 pounds. But if a girl was really tall, there was a little bit of discretion involved."
I wonder what his mental state is, because every day he's got to know these stories are coming out and just going,
Right.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Awful.
Yeah, dude is buried.
Had to do this story, Barnes, for Halloween, but I want you to listen closely and tell me what sticks out in this story. Armie Hammer says he's kind of likes allegations of cannibalism levied against him now. It's wild. Yeah, on his first episode of his new podcast called the Armie Hammer Time Podcast.
That's a dumb name. The Armie Hammer Time?
I was going to say. Why
Yeah.
would he pick that name?
I don't know. He's being very cheeky.
The Armie Hammer Time Podcast?
He's being very cheeky on social media about it. It's like he has no worries in the world all of a sudden. I don't know what changed. All of a sudden now he's just in the clear?
Yeah, and now he thinks that the cannibal thing is kind of cool. The cannibal thing makes more noise, and you don't get an apology tour in the world. Like, someone says something about you, everyone believes it, they move on with their lives to whatever they're focused on. But, he's real about that. But he says, I kind of like the cannibal stuff now. Terrible name for a podcast.
Well, that's because he's trying to market the podcast. I'm surprised he didn't just call it Cannibal.
That would have been a better name.
I mean, totally. Some spin on that if he's going to make fun of it.
Did you see the problem with Jeopardy? The problematic Jeopardy question?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Ken Jennings had to apologize to a female contestant and a woman for the question to this answer on Jeopardy.
Select.
Complete the rhyming phrase 400.
Men seldom make passes at... Will.
What are girls who wear glasses?
Yeah, a little problematic. Sorry, Heather.
Very. Complete the rhyming phrase for 600.
Yeah, the problem is she's wearing glasses.
She's wearing glasses.
She was like,
Oops.
yeah.
Yeah. Hugh Grant, sounding a little like Larry David here. He's getting raves for this new movie, Barnes, called Heretic. He did air some of his grievances. Heretic is this horror movie where two young Mormon missionaries show up to the house of Mr. Reed, who has apparently requested a visit to learn more about their faith. Unfortunately for them, they've walked into a horrifying trap. Heretic is opening November 8th with Hugh Grant.
I am one enormous pet peeve. That's all I do. I walk around the streets peeving. I don't like people walking slowly. I don't like people with backpacks. I don't like people with backpacks on their front. I don't like people with backpacks and water bottles. I don't like water bottles. What's the whole water bottle thing? Why do my children have to go to school with a water? They have to cart water across London. What's wrong with a drinking fountain? I mean, don't get me started. I don't like leaf blowers, roadworks with no people working on them. I'm pretty much Larry David.
He pretty much is. And he's
Hugh Grant riffing.
he needs a podcast, though, to build on that. I think that's a good start.
For what?
Well, Curb Your Enthusiasm is gone. There's an opening there.
There you have it.
Yeah, Grumpy Hugh. Let's go.
Hugh Grant dissing things. Well, he did spill tequila tales from the Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, he went to the Eras Tour in London. He was looking for tickets. Of course, he got them. And then he was doing some tequila shots with Travis Kelce. Yes, apparently they were drowning in tequila shots. He shared the story in a recent interview saying that he put out some feelers to the team to get tickets. That was a big night, too. Tom Cruise was there, Mila Kunis, Ashton Kutcher, Liam Hemsworth, and Hugh Grant with his daughter. I'm sure he became a hero to his daughter as well. Hey, you remember the first Beef on Netflix? How good that was?
Oh, that thing was massive.
Well, Callie Spaney is revealing she's in season 2. You know who she is? She played Priscilla recently. She's gorgeous. I don't know if you remember her as an actress.
I don't.
Yeah, she was Priscilla. She's been in a lot of stuff lately. She's confirming she's in Beef 2. Guess who else is in it? This is big. Oscar Isaac, Carey Mulligan.
Yeah, I think it's out there. I'm doing it. I'm in Beef. I cannot wait. I love that show so much, and it's such brilliant writing. I am so excited to jump in. We've got the scripts coming in, and they are bat. It's going to be fun.
So all we know is it's batch. That's it.
Yeah, it says a young couple witnesses an alarming fight between their boss and his wife, triggering chess moves of favors and coercion in the elitist world of a country club and its Korean billionaire owner. That show is a wild ride, seriously.
And a lot of bands can thank them for their streaming numbers shooting through the roof, like Incubus, Collective Soul had a great soundtrack.
Let's see what else is happening in the world. Oh, Jared Leto. He's very outspoken lately. He was on Access Hollywood. He was asked about getting married because he's never been married, right? Starting a family, Jared will be 53 years old on December 26th.
Something you want, do you see in your life, marriage and kids?
No, I hate children. No, they're loud, they smell, and they're just little poop machines.
They're forever.
No, and they're forever. I mean, all they do, they take your money and your love.
Takers.
They're so selfish, and they're just so cute. Ugh. No, we'll see. I'm practicing.
Good. Oh, my God.
I heard if you practice enough, you just... One day, you graduate.
See, you do everything all out. Practice,
yes, that's it.
Practice.
And it makes perfect.
That's right.
He's a funny dude, and he's really smart, that guy.
Remember he dated Cameron Diaz for a long time. Yeah. Another movie about de-aging. Have you heard about this? Tom Hanks. About getting older. There's this movie coming out called Here with Robin Wright. They get de-aged considerably. E.T. asked Tom if there was an age he saw himself as in the movie he'd like to go back to in maybe real life. This movie opens November 1st.
Now, look, I'm 68 years old. The hardest for us was when we were playing 35. That time where your metabolism stops, gravity starts tearing you down, your bones start wearing off. You stand differently. I think I'm in better shape now because my kids are grown up, I'm getting decent exercise, and I can eat right. You can't do that when you're 35. Life is such a burden. Dude, I'm just doing what my 68 years old type 2 diabetes, just maintaining the tempo, baby.
That movie is getting throttled.
Oh, it is? I saw Robin Wright on one of the late night shows.
Yeah, it's getting ripped from what I've seen so far. Critics.
I don't know if you saw this, but Joaquin Phoenix now revealing why he wasn't ready for the Joker role in The Dark Knight. Now he's speaking up. Recently shared he had a conversation with Christopher Nolan about playing the Joker in The Dark Knight, the role eventually taken by the late Heath Ledger. Yeah, Joaquin admitted that at the time he just wasn't prepared for such a significant portrayal. I remember I talked to Christopher Nolan, and that didn't happen for whatever reason. I wasn't ready then. He needs to be speaking up about some other things, too, don't you think?
No kidding. Talk about diverting the conversation.
Yeah, let's skip over some things. Sadly, Teri Garr, star of Young Frankenstein and Tootsie, has passed away at the age of 79. She, more than 20 years ago, was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. And all of her co-stars are now speaking up. Very, very sad. Dustin Hoffman, one of them. Teri was brilliant and singular in all that she did and had a heart of gold. As you know, they worked together in Tootsie. Very sad.
I saw when that came out on Tuesday, it was just one of those like, oh, wow. I mean, she was young, in her 70s.
Yes, she was. From MS. Very sad.
Big star.
Tragic moment. Liam Payne fell to his death. Was captured by CCTV in Argentina. I don't know if you saw this or not, but the footage, which has not been released to the public, reportedly shows the singer falling after he fainted on the third floor balcony. Quote, there is footage that is not being released to the media with the balcony scene where you can see that he faints. It has been beside his bed. He would have fallen on the floor if he had been beside his bed. It's not that he jumped deliberately. This footage is in the official case files.
Could he have been leaning over? Because a lot of fans were going to it. They were going to underneath his balcony over that time because they were showing them. Could it have been maybe he was leaning over and fainted at that moment and fell over? Because it was a low balcony.
Please don't release this footage. I mean, if it's for the actual case, I get it. But Barnes, your sentiment was dead on. Remember I talked yesterday about Sam Pounds, who's like a collaborator with One Direction? And he was going to release this posthumous song called Do No Wrong this Friday?
Yeah.
Well, because of the tragic passing, he's decided to put the release on hold out of respect for Liam Payne's family. And you said that.
He was doing it for respect. You know what I mean? He was like, to help everybody cope. Yeah, bro needs to make his payment on his Rolls Royce. That's just awful. I'm glad he pulled it back.
He did, and he had very nice statement on his socials. And maybe he thought he was doing good and then, anyway.
Okay.
Huge breakup. This is so crazy to me. Channing Tatum and Zoe Kravitz split after 3 years together, calling off their engagement. You know why I think it's weird and strange? They were just in Blink twice. Remember, she was that was her directorial debut. He was in it. And remember how they were gushing over each other when they were talking about the film?
Yeah, all over each other.
I was completely shocked when I saw this story. Yeah. Got engaged a year ago and now it's over. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.